Hey, red carpet queens, and welcome back to the hottest updates in entertainment and beyond. The news cycle is moving at lightning speed, and we've got the must-knows that you absolutely cannot miss. Get ready for some major moments and thought-provoking stories that are making waves right now. Let's dive in. First up, a true icon is gracing a legendary festival for the very first time. We're talking about a cinematic legend stepping onto the red carpet in Venice, ready to unveil her latest project that delves into the complexities of modern campus life and the ever-evolving landscape of cancel culture. You won't want to miss the details on this highly anticipated premiere. Next, we're shifting gears to explore some fascinating dynamics playing out in the world of technology and policy. Prepare for a deep dive into a growing conflict that's dividing communities and tech giants alike, proving that the lines between local needs and global innovation are blurrier than ever. This is a story that impacts how we think about progress and community. And finally, we're tackling a growing concern that's hitting wallets everywhere: the relentless rise in utility costs. We'll break down the reports and the escalating calls for action that are making this a critical issue for households across the nation. Stick around for all these essential updates and more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat. A Hollywood icon's first time in Venice. A true cinematic legend is making her highly anticipated debut on the prestigious Venice Film Festival red carpet for the very first time. Julia Roberts, the beloved star known for her captivating performances, is set to attend the world premiere of After the Hunt, a new psychological drama that boldly tackles the sensitive and increasingly relevant theme of cancel culture within the charged atmosphere of U.S. campus politics. This marks a significant moment for Roberts, who steps into the role of a college professor navigating the intricate and often tense dynamics of modern academic life. The film, directed by the acclaimed Italian filmmaker Luca Guadagnino, a frequent and celebrated presence at Venice, is positioned as a thought-provoking exploration of contemporary societal issues. Guadagnino, who previously brought Call Me by Your Name to international acclaim, is known for his distinctive cinematic style and his ability to draw powerful performances from his cast. In After the Hunt, Roberts portrays a professor at an elite American university whose life is complicated by a past secret that resurfaces after a colleague faces accusations of sexual assault from a student. The narrative promises to delve into the complexities of reputation, accountability, and the potential consequences of past actions in the digital age. With After the Hunt playing out of competition, it allows for a focused spotlight on its thematic content and star power. The film is also noted for its resonance with current cultural conversations, drawing parallels to works like Todd Field's Tar, which earned Cate Blanchett an award at Venice. Guadagnino himself has expressed his concern over the growing trend of self-censorship on university campuses, stating that the idea of certain topics or ideas being off-limits is deeply upsetting. This sentiment is echoed in the film's dialogue, with Roberts' character remarking, "Not everything is supposed to make you comfortable." Beyond Roberts' premiere, the Venice Film Festival continues to showcase a diverse and compelling lineup. Other notable screenings include South Korean director Park Chan-wook's thriller No Other Choice and Paolo Sorrentino's La Grazia. Emma Stone is also generating buzz for her role in Yorgos Lanthimos' Bugonia, building on their previous success. George Clooney's latest film, J. Kelly, has received mixed reviews, while anticipation builds for Jude Law's portrayal of Vladimir Putin in The Wizard of the Kremlin. A film addressing the war in Gaza, The Voice of Hind Rajab, is also set to premiere, highlighting the festival's engagement with global issues. The festival, a key platform for films aiming for Oscar success, runs until September 6th. This captivating debut is already generating significant buzz. But what happens when the spotlight turns to the crucial, yet often contentious, world of technology infrastructure? The tech divide, communities versus big data centers. A significant and increasingly contentious issue is rapidly emerging in the policy arena, one that defies traditional political divides: the battle over the proliferation of massive data centers. Unlike typical legislative debates that often fall along partisan lines, this conflict pits local communities directly against the powerful influence of big tech developers, leaving elected officials caught in a complex middle ground. This isn't just about building infrastructure. It's about the profound impact these colossal digital hubs have on the environment, local resources, and the very fabric of community life. The core of the dispute centers on the immense resource demands of data centers, particularly their voracious appetite for electricity and water. As the digital world expands at an unprecedented rate, the need for physical locations to house the servers and infrastructure that power our online lives has surged. Companies like Amazon, Google, and Meta are seeking to build or expand these facilities at an accelerated pace. However, these projects often face fierce opposition from residents and environmental groups who raise serious concerns about the strain placed on local power grids, water supplies, and the potential for increased carbon emissions, especially if the energy sources are not renewable. Local communities argue that the promised economic benefits, such as job creation, often fail to materialize in the long term or are outweighed by the environmental costs. They point to the sheer scale of these operations, which can consume as much electricity as a small city, and the significant water usage for cooling systems, which can be particularly problematic in drought-prone regions. Furthermore, the aesthetic impact and the potential for noise pollution from cooling systems are also points of contention, altering the character of local landscapes and neighborhoods. On the other side, big tech companies emphasize the economic opportunities data centers bring, including tax revenue for local governments and the creation of specialized, often well-paying jobs in construction, maintenance, and IT. They also highlight investments in renewable energy and water-saving technologies as part of their commitment to sustainability. Developers often argue that the demand for data storage and processing is non-negotiable in the modern economy, and that restricting development could stifle innovation and economic growth. Elected officials, meanwhile, are tasked with balancing these competing interests. They face pressure from powerful tech lobbies and economic development agencies promising growth, while also needing to address the legitimate concerns of their constituents regarding environmental protection and resource management. This delicate balancing act often leads to protracted negotiations, zoning battles, and legal challenges, reflecting the deep-seated tensions at play. The outcome of these local conflicts could set precedents for data center development nationwide, influencing how technological progress is integrated into communities. This clash between digital expansion and local concerns highlights a critical modern dilemma. But as we grapple with the future of technology, what's happening with the cost of basic necessities that affect everyone's daily lives? The utility squeeze, skyrocketing costs hit home. Across the nation, a growing crisis is unfolding, and it's directly impacting household budgets with relentless force: the escalating cost of utilities. It seems like every day brings a new announcement of rate increases or reports detailing the alarming growth in energy expenses. This situation has reached a critical point, with many considering it an issue of even greater immediate concern than ongoing debates over property taxes. The steady climb in electricity and gas bills is creating significant financial strain for families and individuals, forcing difficult choices about essential spending. The drivers behind these rising costs are multifaceted, often involving a complex interplay of market forces, infrastructure investments, and regulatory policies. Utility companies frequently cite the need to upgrade aging infrastructure, invest in grid modernization, and comply with environmental regulations as reasons for rate hike requests. The transition to cleaner energy sources, while crucial for long-term sustainability, can also involve substantial upfront costs that are passed on to consumers. Furthermore, global energy market volatility, geopolitical events, and even weather patterns can significantly influence the price of natural gas and other fuel sources, leading to unpredictable spikes in consumer bills. Consumers are feeling the pinch acutely. Many are reporting that their utility bills have become one of their largest, if not the largest, monthly expenses. This increase comes at a time when many households are already dealing with the broader economic pressures of inflation, making it harder to manage budgets and cover essential needs. The impact is particularly severe for low-income households, seniors on fixed incomes, and those in regions that experience extreme weather, where heating and cooling demands are high. Community leaders and consumer advocates are sounding the alarm, urging policymakers to explore solutions that can alleviate the burden on consumers. This includes advocating for greater transparency in utility rate setting, promoting energy efficiency programs to help consumers reduce their usage, and exploring subsidies or assistance programs for vulnerable populations. There's also a growing demand for greater investment in renewable energy sources that could potentially stabilize long-term costs and reduce reliance on volatile fossil fuel markets. The conversation is intensifying, with calls for utility companies to demonstrate greater cost control and for regulators to ensure that rate increases are truly justified and in the public interest. The sheer frequency of rate increase requests and the magnitude of the reported cost growth underscore the urgency of the situation. As utility bills continue their upward trajectory, the pressure mounts on both industry leaders and government bodies to find sustainable solutions that protect consumers without compromising the reliability and modernization of essential energy services. These rising costs are a stark reminder of our reliance on essential services. Now, let's pivot to a different kind of report, one that highlights how a global event is influencing the world of cinema and celebrity. Venice Buzz, Stars, Scandals, and Global Echoes. The Venice Film Festival, a venerable institution in the cinematic world, is once again capturing global attention not only for its stunning premieres, but also for the timely and often provocative themes explored in its selections. This year, the festival is set to host a constellation of stars, but beneath the glamour lies a series of narratives that reflect the complexities of our current global landscape. From a legendary actress's debut in a film tackling cancel culture to films addressing international conflicts, Venice is proving to be a microcosm of contemporary conversations. Julia Roberts' maiden voyage onto the Venice red carpet is a major highlight, marking her first appearance at the esteemed festival. Her film, After the Hunt, directed by Luca Guadagnino, dives headfirst into the sensitive subject of cancel culture and its impact on academic environments. Roberts portrays a professor ensnared in a web of past secrets and present-day accusations, a role that promises to be as intellectually engaging as it is emotionally resonant. Guadagnino, known for his masterful storytelling, expressed his discomfort with the rise of self-censorship, a sentiment that seems to permeate the film's exploration of free speech and accountability on college campuses. This thematic focus places the film squarely within the ongoing cultural dialogue about expression and consequence. The festival's programming also extends beyond Hollywood, showcasing international talent and diverse stories. South Korean director Park Chan-wook returns to Venice with No Other Choice, a thriller that adds a darker, more visceral element to the competition. Early contenders for the coveted Golden Lion include Paolo Sorrentino's La Grazia and Yorgos Lanthimos' Bugonia, starring Emma Stone. Stone, fresh off her success with Poor Things, is once again collaborating with Lanthimos, and early critical reception suggests another potential triumph for the duo. In contrast, George Clooney's appearance in Noah Baumbach's J. Kelly has garnered less enthusiastic reviews, offering a mixed bag of celebrity impact. A significant undercurrent at this year's festival is the geopolitical climate. Protests have emerged, urging the festival to take a stance on the war in Gaza, indicating how global events inevitably intersect with the arts. The inclusion of The Voice of Hind Rajab, a film by Tunisian director Kayother Ben Hania, which touches upon the conflict in Gaza, underscores this connection. Furthermore, the highly anticipated The Wizard of the Kremlin, featuring Jude Law as Vladimir Putin, signals the festival's willingness to engage with politically charged subject matter, albeit through dramatic interpretation. The Venice Film Festival serves not only as a showcase for artistic achievement, but also as a barometer of cultural and social currents. Its ability to draw A-list talent while simultaneously engaging with pressing global issues makes it a crucial event on the international calendar. The discussions ignited by the films, the red carpet statements, and even the surrounding protests all contribute to the festival's enduring relevance as a platform for both cinematic excellence and societal reflection. These diverse cinematic narratives paint a vivid picture of current global themes. But before we wrap up, let's quickly revisit the key headlines that define this news cycle. That's a wrap on today's Essential Updates. We saw Julia Roberts make her grand Venice debut in a film exploring cancel culture. We delved into the growing conflict between local communities and big tech over data centers. We examined the alarming rise in utility costs impacting households everywhere. And we got a glimpse into the global themes resonating at the Venice Film Festival. Don't miss out on any of our future breakdowns. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, subscribe to Red Carpet Queens for more exclusive content, and ring that notification bell so you're always the first to know. Plus, follow us on all social platforms for behind-the-scenes action and more. See you next time.